Buckle up, everybody, because today we're going to take a deep dive into the world of electric scooters.
But hold on.
Yeah.
Not just any scooter.
Right.
This is not some kid's toy we're talking about.
Exactly.
We are looking at a machine with an 8,000 W motor,
Yeah, 8,000?
a top speed of 62.5 mile per hour,
62.5 mile per hour. Are you kidding me?
and a range of 100 to 120 kilometers.
That's like...
Hold on, we're not done.
Okay, sorry.
It's also designed for off-road use.
No way.
And get this, it folds for portability.
Wait, so it's like super powerful but also practical?
Exactly, it's a wild combination.
It's like they took a motorcycle, shrunk it down, and plugged it into a wall socket.
That's one way to put it.
8,000 W. That's got to be more powerful than some actual motorcycles, right?
You're not wrong.
Like, what kind of acceleration are we talking about here?
We're
Doc?
talking 0 to 30 mile per hour in just a few seconds.
Wow,
Yeah, that puts it in serious motorcycle territory.
definitely.
And that brings up some interesting questions about legal classification and, of course, safety.
Yeah, 62.5 mile per hour on a scooter. I mean, you'd have to be pretty brave to go that fast.
You would definitely need nerves of steel.
For sure. So what are the legal implications of having that kind of speed?
Well, in many places, a vehicle that can go that fast would be legally considered a motorcycle.
Oh, that makes sense.
So that means licensing, registration, maybe even different traffic laws.
Right.
And of course, safety becomes super important.
Right.
You'd be looking at a helmet protective gear.
The whole 9 yards.
Exactly, a whole different level of awareness on the road.
Okay, let's talk range. 100 to 120 kilometers on a single charge.
Impressive, right?
That's incredible.
Yeah.
How does that compare to like an electric car?
It's actually comparable to some electric cars out there.
Really?
Yeah, especially for shorter commutes, in a city or something.
So this thing could actually replace a car for some people.
It absolutely could.
Wow, and what kind of battery are we talking about here?
This runs on a 72V50A lithium battery.
Okay, and what does that mean in normal terms?
Well, it means it's a pretty substantial power source for a scooter.
It's a lot to juice.
Lots of juice. But of course, things like the rider's weight, the terrain you're riding on, even how fast you're going, all those things can affect the real world range.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Hills and heavier riders would drain the battery faster for sure.
Exactly.
What about charging time?
6 to 8 hours.
Okay, so basically we're talking about overnight charging.
Most likely, but that's pretty standard for a lot of electric vehicles these days.
Yeah, to plug it in at night, wake up to a full charge.
Exactly. It just becomes part of your routine.
Okay, now for the fun part, off-road capabilities.
Oh, yes.
We're talking 16-inch FAT tires.
Those are some serious tires.
They are, but it also weighs 75 kilograms.
That's no lightweight.
So are we talking about ride on dirt paths or like actual off-road trails?
Well, those tires are definitely meant for more than just potholes.
Okay.
They'll give you the grip and stability you need for gravel roads, dirt paths, maybe even some light trails.
So like light off-roading.
Yeah, exactly. It's more about expanding your options. Not being limited to just pavement.
Right, it's not a dirt bike.
Exactly. It's a scooter that can handle a little bit of rough terrain.
That makes sense. So it's more of a rough road scooter than a true off-roader.
I think that's a fair assessment.
Which brings me to the whole folding aspect.
Ah, yes, the folding scooter.
But it weighs 75 kilograms. Folding, that must be a workout.
It's definitely not something you'd want to be doing all the time.
Right, so who are they marketing this to? Who is this for?
That's a good question.
Is it for someone who lives in the city and wants to be able to fold it up and store it easily?
It could be, but I think it's more about compact storage than true portability.
Okay,
Think about fitting it in a car trunk, not carrying it onto a bus.
got it. So it's for someone who wants the power and thrill of a motorcycle, but also the convenience and eco-friendliness of an electric vehicle.
Exactly. Someone who wants the best of both worlds.
It's like a whole new category of personal transportation.
A hybrid of a scooter and a motorcycle?
I like it. And speaking of tough rides, let's talk safety and build quality.
Okay.
Oil pressure disc brakes and forging alloy construction sound pretty hardcore.
They are.
What do those things even mean?
Well, oil pressure disc brakes give you really strong stopping power.
Which is important when you're going that fast.
Absolutely essential at those speeds.
Right.
And the forged aluminum alloy frame, that means it's going to be super durable, resistant to damage from impacts or rough terrain.
So it IS built like a tank.
Pretty much.
Okay. But what about actual safety standards?
Well, it has a CE certification.
What does that tell us?
That means it meets the European Union's safety, health, and environmental standards.
So it's a good indicator of quality.
Exactly.
All right, so we've got a powerful, long-range electric scooter.
That can handle some off-road action.
It's built tough and has the safety certifications to back it up.
Not your average scooter, that's for sure.
Definitely not. But what I find really interesting is that this scooter, it's like it represents a shift in how we think about personal transportation. It makes you wonder what's next.
It does. Does this hint at a future where we have electric vehicles that cater to even more specific needs and desires?
Right, like could we see more vehicles that blur the lines between traditional categories?
That's a great question, and it's something to think about.
Well, folks, we've explored the ins and outs of this super scooter.
We've covered a lot of ground.
We have, but there's always more to discover. So do your own research and let us know what you think.
We'd love to hear your thoughts.
Until next time, keep exploring.
And stay curious.
See ya.